We've all seen that one person in a Facebook group who treats the comment section like their own personal billboard. You know the one. They post a link, the moderators move in, and poof, they're banned faster than a pyramid scheme at a math convention. If you want to grow your brand without becoming the digital equivalent of a check engine light, you need to avoid the spam trap. Today, we're talking about community currency, how to participate in online groups so well that people actually want you to stick around. We're breaking down the 3-to-1 rule. That's 3 helpings of pure, unadulterated helpfulness for every 1 shot of self promotion. It's the difference between being a thought leader and just being that guy. I'm Will. This is Servant CEO. Let's get into it. All right, we are back. This is month 3. This is week 2. So we are on our second segment of chapter 3 from the Customer First Business. As we mentioned before, we're breaking down the Customer First Business into a 1-year-long video blog, if you will. Every chapter getting 4 sections, and this section in particular is one of my favorites to talk about. Something I hope is going to help you growing your business, maybe promoting yourself better, doing a better job with marketing, and just connecting with your niche in a better way. This segment's going to go a long way for that. Before I do that, plug the book, Customer First Business, available on Amazon, servantceo.com. You can find an ebook, audiobook, and also paperback. So if you can, support the channel, check that out. Let's jump into this content here. We talked about the community currency. When I say community currency, what I mean is when you go into places like Facebook or Instagram or the different places where you have the ability to comment inside of a group. I use Facebook a ton, so I'm going to use Facebook for this conversation. There are tons of people that are part of that group that are not business people. Matter of fact, most of those people are going to be purists. They're going to be enthusiasts, people that love whatever thing that you guys all share in common. For me, it's been jet boats. So groups of people that are all own or are thinking about owning a jet boat. They come together as a collective. They share ideas, they share pictures, they share stories, they ask about repairs and all kinds of things that you can learn from the collective inside of these groups. And what happens a lot of times is these spammers will come into these groups and they will try to capitalize on the collective. You'll see people pop in, they'll have some product, they'll drop a link in the description, or they'll drop a link in the comments, and then that particular individual gets spammed or banned pretty quickly. It doesn't take long for moderators to see someone's coming in trying to profiteer or make an opportunity for themselves. We learned early on that is not the way that you do it the right way or successfully or for the long term. If you want to be successful in this type of brand building where you're using social groups as part of your strategy, you cannot go in and just simply blast promotional material in these groups. You'll be run off as a spammer, and quickly. Spammers are considered those that come in with really no helpfulness, but they're just trying to self-promote. They're throwing promotions or product links or just trying to extract cash from the viewers or from the readers. You don't want to be that guy. What you want to be is the guy that provides so much value to the collective that everyone universally agrees, hey, they're worth something. Allow them to be here and give them the ability to promote their stuff occasionally because we know that's what's kind of keeping them going. When you provide enough value like that, people will give you that grace. They're going to give you that courtesy of allowing you to occasionally, when I say occasionally, it's not every day. It's not, let me put it this way. When you post an ad or some sort of promotional content that's going to benefit you inside of one of those chat groups, it better be in the minority of times, or it should be a very small ratio of what you contribute to those groups. I like to use the 3-to-1 rule. That means any one given day, if I'm sharing 4 pieces of whatever I'm sharing in that group, 3 of them must be for the group or for someone else. And the 1 can be for me. So out of the 4, 3 for someone else being helped, aided, assisted, question answered, whatever. One, promoting something that I'm doing. And I try to make sure that every day I am patrolling these groups, and there are many, many, many of them regularly, and answering questions for people within the group. So there's a constant presence that people see you and your brand, or either your name personally or your brand as a page. On Facebook, you can share as a personal, as an individual, or you can share as a page, like your company page. Either way, you want your name or company to be synonymous with "I'm here to help." That needs to be genuine. This doesn't need to be manipulative, or you don't need to come in there trying to work a system to make this work. You need to genuinely, from the beginning, have this benevolent approach of "I am here to help." And people see that stuff, they recognize it, they know what it is. If they sense that you're doing it right or that you have the proper intent, you will be allowed to stay. And that's across all those platforms. I don't know how many dozens I'm a part of, but there are probably 50 groups, I would think, that I'm a part of on Facebook alone that are jet boat centric groups. And I've never been banned from any one of those groups. I've never been asked to leave. I've never even been asked really to tone it down, maybe one forum one time. But it's been practically never. And the reason why is because I provide so much value into these places so consistently that everyone says, wow, he's somebody we want to hang around. Keep this guy around because he's valuable to the community. And I'll also say this, the content that I do post that benefits me, that content has to be something that benefits the group. So for instance, if I was to go into the group and post 3 times that day of something that helps other people, right? We're helping people, answering questions, whatever. But then that 4th piece that helps me, what if I was posting something, let's say in a jet boater group, I'm posting a handbag or a purse. Does that help anybody in that group? It helps me. Doesn't help anybody there. So no one's going to be okay with that. They're going to say, why did you post this? This is dumb. Doesn't fit. However, if I post something that I have created as a solution for a common problem felt by that group, even though I'm doing self-promotion, it's promotion that's helping them as a byproduct. So people will allow that because, again, it's helpful to the collective. It's valuable to the collective. You're not take all the time. You're actually give with the occasional, hey, look, throw me a bone here because I need to keep this thing going. And people understand that stuff. So that's what we're talking about. Use this rule, 3-to-1 every day. Don't ever break it. If you break that trust, people are not going to really appreciate you much. They're going to probably be looking for reasons to maybe even throw you out. It doesn't happen overnight. You may get away with it for a week or two, but you will be asked by the moderators at some point to please stop doing this. If you don't respect their wishes, they're going to ban you. So I hope this subject matter is helpful to you. I didn't know anything about this when I first started. Obviously, social media was brand new when Jet Boat Pilot first got started, so there was no playbook for this. I'm hoping that this will serve as a playbook of sorts for you. Maybe this will save you some trouble, help you get into those places where you want to hang out, become that ambassador or become that expert to help that group and ultimately solve their problems. Maybe this will help you get there a little faster. All right, again, Customer First Business, Amazon, ebook, audiobook on Audible, paperback. Check it out on servantceo.com. That's our website. We can answer questions for you and all the stuff. We appreciate you watching this video. This is super helpful. If you like this content, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It really goes a long way to helping us grow this little baby channel. We just started a few months ago, and we're trying to get it off the ground. Comment below if you've got any questions. We'd love to chat with you, answer any questions that you might have. And as always, if you like this content, check this one out.